My best wishes to all the viewers. Welcome back to DT Studio. Now I am Chinnagiri Gowda teaching surveying 2. It is prescribed by the Board of Technical Examinations, Director of Technical Education, Bangalore. Now I am handling the subject surveying 2. In that, the second unit, today I am going to discuss the trigonometrical leveling. In the previous class, we have discussed about the theodolite parts and their construction and their fundamental lines, and also the traversing. We have learned so many things, isn't it? Now we'll go ahead with the second unit. It is consisting of trigonometrical leveling. Let's go with the trigonometrical leveling. Now trigonometric leveling. Now in the beginning I told you in the first class I have explained surveying. The exact meaning of surveying is collecting the data. With respect to civil engineers, now we are measuring the length and elevations. Only these two things we are doing it. Is it not? The data will be used for many purposes, number of purposes. So like now here in this trigonometric leveling, it is also another part where finding out the elevations and also the distances of faraway objects. Does it not? Now there are so many methods. There are so many ways to do it. Now we will see one by one. There are many ways, many methods are there available. Now we will discuss one by one. Now please understand, the trigonometrical leveling, it is the method of leveling in which we are determining the elevations and distances between the objects. Elevations of faraway object or nearby object, whatever may be, and also we are calculating the distances. So only these two things we are doing with this in this leveling, trigonometrical leveling. One is we are calculating the elevations, or else we are measuring the distances, horizontal distances or the elevations. Is it not? Only these two things we are carrying out with respect to in trigonometrical leveling. Now in trigonometrical leveling, the most important is we need two instruments. The one is the theodolite. Already we have discussed about the theodolite. Now we are all well versed with the theodolite. Now theodolite and chain and tape, and nothing else is required other than these two things. One is the theodolite, and if you have an advanced equipment, we can go for it, like protestation or any other equipment. We can go with that. Now whereas in the syllabus, in our topic, in our content, it is prescribed. Now we are going to deal with the theodolite, and we need theodolite and the chain of tape. Isn't that? Now, and please remember, without this we can't live, or we can't survive. The civil engineering or any engineering will not survive. Now one should understand clearly. Now that is trigonometrical functions. Now what is sin theta? What is cos theta? I think that all these things are fundamentals. Now this should be built in our mind. You put it into your computer, that is in your mind, and keep it always. Is it not? If you don't know also, please speak to your teacher and your classmates and please learn. Without this, we can't do anything. Is it not? We are not unable to calculate the distances. We are unable to calculate the elevations. Now because we want the trigonometrical functions. Without trigonometrical functions, we cannot survive. We can't do anything. Isn't that? So therefore, please understand. That is the fundamentals of the trigonometrical functions. Sine rule, cos rule, and sin theta, cos theta. That is their fundamentals. Isn't that? And see, now I have taken the photograph from the ground. Now in our case, in our subject, the main object now is to calculate the elevation of this point. What is the elevation of this point? Isn't it? And also we can calculate the elevation of this point. And also we can calculate the elevation of this point. And also we can calculate the distance between these two stations, isn't it? These two objects. The one object is far away. These two objects are far away. Now, how to calculate the distances from these two objects, and also from the instrument station to the object, and also to the instrument station to the object, we can calculate it, isn't it? How we are going to calculate it? The calculation is by computing or by calculating the angles, isn't it? Horizontal angles, vertical angles, and possible measurements, isn't it? Possible linear measurements, distances, if possible, isn't it? Now that is how we can calculate. We can know here in the trigonometrical leveling. Mainly we are dealing with only to calculate. Now we calculate the elevation of the object, elevation of the object, elevation of the object, and distance from the station, instrument station to the object, isn't it? And also the distance between the faraway objects, that is also possible. We can do it. And remember, one should know how to use the theodolite, isn't it? How to calculate the horizontal angle and also how to calculate the vertical angle. If you know this, now definitely say measuring the horizontal angles, measuring the vertical angles, and trigonometrical functions. If you know this, now we can calculate any object. It is possible, isn't it? Now to do this, to do this job, that is to calculate the elevation and also to calculate the elevation of these objects, and also here to calculate the distances, isn't it? There are many ways, many methods depending upon the circumstances. The circumstances may be different, isn't it? No, according to the circumstances, we'll apply the method. Now let us see what are those methods and how to do this, isn't it? For example, now please understand. Now see, if you want to calculate, the elevation of this point, now what is to be done? What method is to be adopted? And also similarly, to find out the elevation of this object, the elevation of the top of this object, and also find out the distance between these two, and also the distance from the station to the object. Now the one should know that is how to measure the horizontal angle, isn't it? That is horizontal angle means horizontal angle, that is using theodolite or any other appropriate method we can apply, isn't it? Now please note, now this is at the ground level. This is at the ground level. This triangle forms at the base level, isn't it? Now this is the triangle formed base level. Another photograph. Now, yes. Now here another thing you should remember here. Suppose if you want to calculate the elevation of this object, what we need to do, how to do what is the procedure to be followed? Now first install the instrument, then make all the necessary temporary adjustments, then measure the vertical angle. And similarly measure the vertical angle to this object, isn't it? Wherever you want to calculate, you have to adopt this. You have to measure the vertical angle, isn't it? I will explain one by one. There are so many ways to do it. Now just I am giving the introduction to the trigonometrical leveling, isn't it? But now in the trigonometrical leveling, we are classifying like this. Classification. There are different methods depending upon the method and depending upon the type of the object. The methodology we have applied. Now we are classified. There are cases. One, base of the object is accessible. So suppose if you want to calculate the elevation of any object, now it is possible you can reach to the object, isn't it? You can reach to the object from the station, isn't it? From the instrument station. Now that is accessible. Base of the object is accessible. For example, we have the flat pole, isn't it? Or the height of a building. Now then how to do that? Now that is we can access, we can reach the base of the object. Flat pole horizontal distance can be measured from the instrument station to the flat pole. Or we can to measure the height of the building, now we can reach to the base of the object. Isn't it? Like the base of the object is accessible, isn't it? The other one is The second case, the base of the object. I already I shown the figure. So it is not possible to reach the base. Is it not possible to measure the horizontal distance from the station, from the instrument station to the object. Under those cases are called, that is base of the object, inaccessible. Is it not? Now similarly, see here we can reach to the base of the object. It is possible we can reach to this. From here to here we can measure the horizontal distance. This one station to the base of the object can be measured with the tape or chain. Whereas here, not possible. It is difficult. Now much more difficult task may be available, may come across with the civil engineering problems. Now not possible to reach the base of this object from the instrument station. Isn't it? That is base of the object inaccessible or not. Isn't that? And also when the base of the object inaccessible, the instrument station sometimes no it is depending upon the circumstances. Sometimes we are able to we can take at one shot, isn't that? Now by installing the instrument from one station A and station B and to the object, it is possible, isn't it? Sometimes what happens, not possible. Then what we will do? The instrument will be installed one side, then take the vertical angles, then find out another station and B one more station. Then after doing this, then shift the instrument to the next station, then measure the horizontal angle, and take the vertical angle. No, that means what I mean to say is, one method it is called single plane method. In the other method we are calling as double plane method. Isn't it? We'll one by one we will discuss everything. Isn't it? Okay. There are so many cases. Now, depending upon the circumstances. Now, even not necessarily this to be followed. You can apply your mind and you apply your equations and you can calculate. You apply your own methodology. Our object is to determine the elevation of the object, isn't it? And to find out the distance to the object. Now see, I told you that is if you want to measure the base of the object is accessible. I told you that the first case, base of the object is accessible. We can reach to this point. Now from here to here, first measure the distance, isn't it? Measure the distance, install the instrument at a convenient location. Install the instrument at a convenient location and perform all temporary adjustment of the theodolite. Then measure the distance from the instrument station to the base of the object. That is horizontal distance, isn't it? Horizontal distance, and now this is the line of sight. This is the line of sight when the instrument is made horizontal. That is vertical circle is reading 0, 0. Then line of the sight is horizontal. Then measure the vertical angle and bisect the object. Rotate the vertical circle or telescope and bisect the top of the object. Isn't that where you need to calculate the elevation of the object? Isn't that? Now that is base of the object is accessible when we can reach to the base. Isn't that? This is one method we are applying. And similarly, now see, this is another method. This is another example. This is also another example where we can reach to the object, isn't it? We can reach to the object from the instrument station to the base of the object can be reached. We can measure the horizontal distance. Now of course I have shown this just above. Now it is measured at the ground level, isn't it? At the ground level, and measure the horizontal distance and make the instrument perfectly horizontal. Then measure the vertical angle by bisecting the tip of the object where you need to calculate the elevation of the object. Isn't it? This is another example. And this is another example, that is the diagrammatically shown here. Now this is the same thing shown here. Now the case, that is case 1, base of the object is accessible. We can reach to the base. Now please understand that we can reach to the base. Can see this? You can reach to the base. Okay. Now first what we should do, first install the instrument at a convenient place, convenient location, and perform all temporary adjustments. and make the vertical circle to read 0 and 0. Only C and D must read 0 and 0. When the vertical circle reads 0 and 0, the vertical circle reads 0, the line of sight will be horizontal, isn't it? When the vertical circle reads 0 and 0, that is vernier C reads 0, vernier D reads 0, the line of sight will be truly is horizontal, isn't it? Then horizontal makes the line of sight horizontal. Then measure the rotate the telescope where you need to calculate the elevation of the object. Then measure this angle. This is the alpha. This is the alpha angle alpha. Record the reading. Note on the reading. That is vertical angle. That is vertical angle. Then change the phase of the instrument and repeat the process. Then record the reading. Isn't it? One near C, one near D. Then again by changing the phase, one near C, one near D. There are 4 readings available. Make the average of those. That will give you the vertical angle or the vertical angle alpha. Isn't it? After doing this, then you measure this distance. Now this distance is the distance from the instrument station to the object, or the under distance, using chain or tape, whatever convenient for you. Isn't it? Then after doing this, next process. What to do next process? Now when the line of sight is horizontal, you must read the leveling saw. You must read the leveling saw. And now there are 3 things we are noting down here. The first one is the vertical angle. The second one is horizontal distance between the instrument station to the object. And the third one is the stop reading. Only 3 readings, only 3 data we are collecting it. Then now let us see how to calculate the elevation of the Q. Elevation of the point, that is Q. Isn't it? How to do this? Now very simple, very simple task. Now consider this triangle, that is A, Q, Q dash. Consider this triangle. This triangle, when you consider this triangle, now this is the elevation of the object, height of the object above the instrument axis. Please remember, this H1, H is the height of the object above the instrument axis. Isn't it? Above the instrument axis. Now therefore, considering this triangle, now this H is equal to, how do you calculate the H? H is equal to, how do you calculate the H? H is equal to opposite divided by adjacent. Opposite divided by adjacent is equal to tan theta. Isn't it? Tan alpha. Therefore, tan alpha is equal to H divided by D. Now therefore, H is equal to D into tan alpha. Now that is the problem is solved. When the base of the object is accessible, isn't it? When the base of when you can reach the base, now it is a simple solution and simple problem. We can solve this, isn't it? Now this is another example. Now many of my students and my colleagues, Mr. Nandisha, is supporting. Now they have sent one more diagram. I will include all the diagrams, isn't it? And also my students, my old students are also supporting me in preparing this project in PowerPoints. So therefore, I have taken and I'm showing it one by one, isn't it? So this is another example to calculate the elevation of the object, elevation of the tower, isn't it? This is the tower. The same thing. So this is the horizontal distance. We can measure this. Install the instrument. Then make the vertical circle to read 0. Line of sight will be horizontal. Then measure the stop reading. Then measure the vertical angle. Now that is the end of the problem solution, isn't it? So therefore, know how to calculate this. Now see, so this is how we can calculate the height of this, isn't it? Height of the object above the instrument axis. Please remember, not the height of the object. It is the height of the object above the instrument axis, isn't it? So therefore, now please remember here, H is equal to D tan alpha, isn't it? H is equal to D tan alpha. So simply you calculate this height, then our problem is almost solved, isn't it? So therefore, how to calculate the elevation of this point? To calculate the elevation of this point, see for example the staff reading we have taken here. This is the staff reading, and that is the benchmark where we have taken the staff reading. Then this H is calculated. So therefore, elevation of Q is equal to benchmark plus staff reading plus H. That's over. Simple problem, isn't it? Then the second one, the second case, instrument station at same vertical plane when the base of the object inaccessible, not possible to reach the base of the object. How to do this? Let us be very careful about this, isn't it? Now, normally this kind of problem will be asked in the examination, and that problem may carry 10 marks in the examination, isn't it? So therefore, now here you must note down. Oh, now I will explain this. How to do this? So when the base of the object we are not able to reach the base, it is now how to do this? Now I will explain you one by one. Isn't it? When the base of the object is not, we are not able to reach the object. Now there is another method. Now I will tell you what is that method. Isn't it? Now this is the procedure I have written here. Now I will explain this one by one. Isn't it? Now see for example. Now this is one example I have taken here. Now this is one example taken here. Now that is how to do this. Let us assume that we are not able to reach the point. We are not able to reach this point. Now this is the one example I have taken here. Now you see instrument axis. See when the instrument axis, when the object we are not able to reach the object, then this method will be adopted. The first one is, now first select a point, select one point convenient to you, where you can bisect the object and level the instrument carefully and make all the necessary temporary adjustments and make the vertical circle to read 0 and 0. That is making the line of sight horizontal. Make the line of sight horizontal, then measure the distance. Measure this distance. Read the staff reading on the benchmark. Read the staff reading on the benchmark. Then after note down this. Then now let us assume that now here we have now this is the first station where the instrument is installed, and we have performed all the adjustment and measure the vertical angle. Isn't that? Now again we are reading here. Now at this point of time we have noted down the staff reading 1, and this is the vertical angle. Now two data we have collected now. The first data is staff reading. The second data is vertical angle. Now I will say again, install the instrument at a convenient point where we can observe the object whose elevation is to be determined. Install and perform all temporal adjustments. Make the vertical circle to read 0 and 0. That means we are making the line of sight horizontal. Isn't it? We are making the line of sight horizontal. Then after doing this, now read the staff reading and the benchmark. Isn't it? Note down the benchmark. Note down the staff reading on the benchmark. Then after doing this, now rotate the telescope and bisect the object where we need to calculate the elevation of the object. Isn't it? Now therefore now after measuring the vertical angle, note down the vertical angle. Now with both the faces, then now we have two data. One data is staff reading, the other data is, isn't it? Now we have only two data. From these two data, we are not able to calculate the elevation. It is not possible to do it, isn't it? Now therefore, what we should do now here, let us now in this method, now let us measure a distance, a chain length or a convenient length, that is B, from the instrument station. From the first instrument station, measure the distance from Measure the second instrument station. Locate the second instrument station, where we can measure the where we can install the instrument, and also from there it is possible to measure the bisect of object, isn't it? Now, in the second instrument station, again repeat the entire process. And please note, now from the first station to the second station, it is a known distance that you have to decide where you need to do it. Now, depending upon the circumstances, this distance may be 20 meter, 30 meter, 50 meter, 100 meter, according to your convenience. Normally, one chain length means it is 30 meters, isn't it? Your convenient. Now, depending upon the location, space which is available around, isn't it? Now, just now taken the example here. See, here we can reach the station, but to show you, we have plotted this, isn't it? So therefore, when the example we have taken here. Now, in the second station also, please perform all the temporary adjustments. Then make the line of sight horizontal. Then measure the staff reading. Measure the staff reading, isn't it? Measure the staff reading. Then bisect the object, rotate the telescope, and bisect the object, tip of the object Q, isn't it? So then again measure the vertical angle. Read the vertical angle. Now note down the vertical angle by making both the faces, both the faces observations. Face left and face right observation. Now please remember here. Now how many data we have now? Now twice we have measured the staff reading, and this is one, the vertical angle measured in the first instrument station, that is alpha 1. Similarly, second instrument station, that is vertical angle measured, and that is alpha 2. And we have 5 data now, isn't it? 5 data means that is alpha 1 we have, alpha 2 we have, and yes and yes 1, yes, isn't it? Yes, we have measured first stage from the first instrument station, and also from the second instrument station, and also we have the distance here between A and B, that is 2 stations, that is instrument station 1 and instrument station 2. Now please remember, now the real problem starts now. Now strictly speaking, this is the method where we can, this is the method we can adopt to calculate the elevation of the object and also to find out the distance, isn't it? The elevation and distance. Now the first instrument station, instrument is installed, vertical angle is measured, and staff reading is noted down. 2 readings we have, 2 data we have. In the second station, now vertical angle is measured, it is alpha 2, and staff reading is measured, and also we have the distance between the first instrument station and second instrument station. How many data we have now? There are 5 data we have, isn't it? Now in this case, now when you look at the figure, when you look at the diagram, do you mean we have 5 data or 4 data? How many data we have? Please revise your answer. How many data we have? When you look at the figure, when you see this figure, first instrument station, second instrument station. No, I am analyzing the problem. Now the real problem starts now. Now all these things you can do it in a simple manner. Now again I will repeat. Now we need to calculate the elevation of this object, and we need to calculate the horizontal distance from the instrument station to the object. So there we need to calculate that is RO of this point and the distance between the object and the instrument station. we need to do, we need to calculate, we need to get two informations, horizontal distance and also the elevation. For that, what we have done now, we are not able to reach this point. It is difficult to reach the point. Then it is not possible to measure the distance, horizontal distance. Therefore, we have adopted this method. This is another method. We have this method adopted. Now for this method, the first what we have done, the instrument is installed, performed all temporal adjustments, vertical angle is measured, and staff reading is noted down. Two data is there, two numbers. Then the instrument is shifted to the next station, and instrument is shift to the next station, isn't it? Instrument is shifted to the next station at a no distance. At a no distance, that is B, isn't it? Now how many data we have now? We have three data. One is alpha 1, the other one is S, and also the, isn't it? Then after installing the instrument to the point, at the second station, again we have noted down the staff reading, and also we have measured the vertical angle. Now there are four data available, isn't it? In four data, when you look at this diagram, now the instrument axis of both the stations lying in the instrument axis lying in the same line. Now tell me how many data we have now. We have four data, isn't it? Now because we have made the instrument axis to lie in the same line, isn't it? Understood? Now the problem starts now. Real problem now it is, isn't it? Now therefore, please note here the instrument axis of the instrument station 1, instrument axis of the instrument station 2 are lying in the same line. The instrument is first instrument, second instrument. The instrument axis is, isn't it? Now we have only four data because S is same in both the cases, isn't it? Staff reading remains. Staff reading is same in both the cases. Instrument A and also instrument station 1 and station 2. In both the instrument stations, the instrument axis is lying in the same line. Therefore, this remains same, isn't it? Understood? Got my point? Now, therefore, how many data we have now? Four data, isn't it? One is alpha 1, the other one is alpha 2, and we have the distance between the two instrument stations and one. Okay, understood? Isn't it? Now, practically, it is difficult to do this job. Practically, difficult to do this work. Now, because what is that? Why it is difficult? In the field, no, we can. In theory, we can enjoy. We can write. We have trigonometrical functions. We can write. We can study. We can understand. Everything is perfect. But in the field, is it possible to do this? It is possible. What is the difficulty you have then? No, it is difficult to do this job. That is to make the line of sight. To make the line of sight horizontal and in the single line both the instrument station that is coinciding. Station 1 and station 2 must coincide. Then how do you know that both are on the same line? How can you understand that? We need some method to understand, no? How can you understand it? No, that is staff reading is the basis, isn't it? Now in the first instrument station, we obtain or we are reading 1.25 meter. When you shift the instrument to the next station, then what is the staff reading required? Then what is the staff reading required? In both the cases, in both the instrument axes should be in one line, in the same axis, then with respect to the staff reading, we must make the second instrument station. Isn't it? We must make the second instrument station line of sight will coincide with the line of sight of the first station. Isn't it? Got my point? Understood? No, is it practically possible? It is possible. Then what is the difficulty? It needs what? Now what is the requirement? Or else can you do it? Is it possible to do it? Definitely you can do it, but it needs more time. It needs more time, because to make the first instrument station and the second instrument station, instrument axis, that is line of sight. The line of sight of the first instrument axis station and the line of sight of the second instrument station should be coinciding with each other. It is difficult to do this job, isn't it? Because you need more time to do that, because you have to make necessary trial and error method. Once it will go up, the other time it will go down, isn't it? So I think you have undergone this. You are doing the experiment already. You have done it, no? Isn't it? Okay. Anyhow, you please understand. No, it is difficult task. It is a difficult task. It needs more time to do this, to get this position in this position. But anyhow, no. Let us assume that it is possible. We can do it. No, time is not a constraint. Then we can do it. Now, under those circumstances, now consider the triangle. Now, this triangle that is AQQ dash. Consider this triangle. Now, this is one triangle. This is the triangle with respect to this. By considering this triangle, now we can calculate H. H is equal to, we can calculate H. Alpha 1 knows, we don't know 2 data. We don't know the distance between the first instrument station and the object, isn't it? So therefore, there are 2 unknown data, that is D is unknown and H is also unknown. There are 2 unknowns and there is only one known data. Now that means if you consider this triangle, that is QAQ dash, considering the triangle, H is not known, D is also not known, only alpha 1 is known. Isn't it? Now therefore, now consider this triangle, therefore H is equal to H. Isn't it? H is equal to D. What happens? H is equal to D tan alpha 1. D tan alpha 1. That is the equation number 1. Isn't it? That is equation number 1. And similarly, consider this triangle, that is QBQ dash. Consider the second triangle. That is second triangle. Considering the second triangle, that is alpha 2, and that is again it is H, because same level, no? The H is the elevation of the object, height of the object above the instrument axis. H is the height of the object above the instrument axis. Please remember this. H is equal to height of the object above the instrument axis. Now, in our case, in this case, instrument station A, instrument station B, there are 2 instrument stations. Now, they are in the same line. The line of sight of the instrument axis are lying in the same horizontal axis, same line. Now, considering this triangle, consider this triangle. So, this triangle, it is H is equal to D tan alpha 1. Similarly, consider the second triangle, that is QBQ B and Q dash. Considering this triangle, now here the distance. Distance increases by how much? D plus, isn't it? D plus B tan alpha. D plus B tan alpha. Isn't it? Now, therefore, H is equal to, again, H is equal to B plus D tan alpha 2. Now, in the first case, tan alpha 1. In the second case, tan alpha 2. Here, H is equal to, if you considering this triangle, H becomes how much? H is equal to D tan alpha 1. If you consider this triangle, H is equal to B plus D tan alpha 2. But both are same, isn't it? H is equal to, both are
Same.
H. Both are H, isn't it? If you consider this triangle, H is equal to D tan alpha. If you consider the second triangle, this is from here to here. Now this is H is equal to, isn't it? Understood? Got it? Now we'll go a little ahead. We'll see. See? Now same thing, no? Isn't it? Whatever things we have discussed here, H is equal to, considering this triangle. If you consider this triangle, H is equal to D tan alpha 1. If you consider this triangle, B plus D tan alpha 2. Isn't it? B plus H is equal to D tan alpha 1 and H is equal to, but H is same in both the cases. No, both are equal. Isn't it? Now let us see what is going to come now. Now if you equate that, now we are going to get and equate the 1 and 2. So that is equation 1 and 2 now. This is the from triangle AQQ dash, that is H is equal to D tan alpha 1, and triangle BQQ dash, H is equal to B plus D tan alpha 2. That is equation 1 and equation 2, isn't it? Now therefore these two, right, now that is H is equal to same in both the cases, isn't it? Now therefore now the equal 1 and 2, and we will get D is equal to, isn't it? D is equal to how much? B tan alpha. After simplifying this, now you open the bracket, multiply this tan there, isn't it? Tan alpha 2, then simplify this. Now we will get D is equal to B tan alpha 2 divided by tan alpha 1 minus tan alpha 2. Now that completes the problem almost, isn't it? If you are able to calculate this, now our problem is solved. Now once if you get D, now very easily we can calculate the H. Isn't it? Right? Now after calculating H, after calculating the height, that is height of the object above the instrument axis, after calculating the height of the object above the instrument axis, now see what is going to happen now? Now we can calculate the elevation of this. D anyhow already we have calculated from this. B is known distance. Alpha 1 we have measured, isn't it? And then alpha 1, alpha 2 also measured, isn't it? We have measured this and just substitute this here. We will get the distance between the instrument axis to the instrument station to the object. We can calculate the D. After calculating the D, now we can calculate the height of the instrument above the instrument axis. Now therefore, the elevation of P is equal to here benchmark plus staff reading plus H. What does it give? Elevation of Q. Now that is the first simplest process we have completed, isn't it? Now in a simple manner, I will repeat again. Now see, first install the instrument, perform a temporary adjustment, isn't it? Make the vertical circle to read 0. That is, measure the staff reading on the benchmark, isn't it? Then measure the vertical angle. Then shift the instrument to the convenient place. Now I am telling you that I am explaining from year to year, not necessarily, not from year to year. No, from year to year also we can come, we can shift it. But let us follow the rule. Let us follow one method or one system. Always install the instrument that to the nearest to the object, nearest to the object. The second instrument station must be always behind, isn't it? Understood? Now here I want to say one more thing here. Now please understand. Now see, now that is where the object we need to calculate the elevation of the object, isn't it? Now this is the instrument station. This is station 1. The second station 2 is somewhere here, isn't it? Please note down. Please note this. The first instrument station where we need to calculate the elevation of the object, it is far away from here, isn't it? This is the first instrument station, and then you need to move the instrument to the second station, isn't it? At a convenient distance. Station 1, and this is the station 2. And where is the object? Now please remember that is station 1, station 2, and the object. Now all these three are in the same vertical line, vertical plane. Now this method is also called single plane method. They are in the same plane. Object, instrument station 1 and instrument station 2. Instrument station 2, instrument station 1 and the object. All the three are lying in the same vertical plane. Now therefore, now this method also represents that is single plane method. Single plane method. Understood? Got it? Single plane method. Install the instrument, isn't it? Perform all temporary adjustments and make a backside on the benchmark and read the vertical angle. Then move the instrument station to the just by transiting the telescope. Locate the second point at a convenient distance, maybe 30 meters, 25 meters, according to the convenience, isn't it? Then install the instrument to the next station, perform all temporary adjustments, make the, isn't it? Record the backside on the benchmark, then measure the vertical angle, then our problem is solved. By with the simple trigonometry, we can calculate the elevation of the given object. Isn't it? Understood? Now please remember the single plane method. Now I will come back later. Double plane method. I will explain that at that point of time. Now the single plane method, you please remember instrument, then instrument station 1, instrument station 2, then object. They are lying in the same vertical plane, isn't it? Therefore it is called single plane method. Okay, done? Understood? Then we will go to the next. Now already I told you that practically it is difficult to do it. It is practically difficult to do this, to achieve this, isn't it? It needs more time to do this. Now therefore, now let us see what next. The next one, see, now look at this. The second, that is when the instrument axis are at, so here both the instrument axes are at the same level, isn't it? So when you go in another situation, when the instrument axes are at the different levels, isn't it? Now there is a small problem. Now if we solve this problem, our problem is solved, isn't it? Same method, whatever the things we have discussed now, same thing. The only problem here is the difference in the instrument axis. Instrument axis level is different, isn't it? Now please again remember the first always install the, if you want to calculate the elevation of this object P, object Q, and also the distance between the first instrument station to the object, isn't it? First instrument station to the object, that is the distance, horizontal distance, and we need to calculate the elevation. Distance and elevation we need to find out. Now in the previous case, Now this axis, both the axes are coinciding at the, isn't it? Same line, isn't it? Now in this case, what's happening now? What is happening now? In this case, the instrument axes are at different levels, isn't it? Now this can be easily achieved. This can be easily achieved. We can achieve it. Whereas the previous case cannot be achieved. It is difficult to do that. But you have to make number of trial and errors, isn't it? Number of experiments, number of exercises to achieve that. Now thus the previous situation is little bit difficult to do it. But whereas this is simplest, no? Isn't it? We are not bothered. Oh, whatever may be the instrument axis, isn't it? So please remember here. Now, in this method to calculate this, just I will explain in brief. Install the instrument at the convenient place, then perform all temporary adjustments, make the line of sight, that is vertical circle to read 0, that is to make the line of sight horizontal, isn't it? To make the line of sight horizontal, then measure the vertical angle, and note down the top reading on the benchmark. How many data we have now? How many data we have? We have 2. One is alpha 1, the other one is alpha 1, the other one is S1 we have, isn't it? Okay, and then after doing this, again at a convenient place, location, according to your convenience, shift the instrument to the next station at a convenient distance. This B, maybe 30 meter, maybe 40 meter, or whatever you want, isn't it? According to the space which is available near where your experiment is doing it. So therefore, move this. Now move the instrument station to the second point. Then install the instrument. Then make the necessary temporary arrangements. Then make the line of sight horizontal. Then note down the stop reading. Isn't it? Note down the stop reading on the benchmark. Now here the situations are different. Now in this case, now what we are observing here now. So here the instrument axis of the nearest instrument station to the object is lower. Please note this. Now here the instrument axis of the nearer instrument station to the object is lower. The other one is higher, isn't it? This is the one situation. So there are possibility, there may be reverse, isn't it? This may become higher and this may become lower. Got it? Understood? Now what to do under those circumstances, under such circumstances, then what is our solution? How to do this? Now here, in this circumstance, in this case, in the previous case, when both the instrument axes are at same level, we had 4 data: alpha 1, alpha 2, S and B. Isn't it? We had 4 data in the previous case. When both the instrument axes are at same level, we had 4 data: alpha 1, alpha 2, B and yes. Here, how many data we have now? Now in this case, how many data we have? How many data we have now? We have alpha 1, alpha 2, S1, S2, and how many data we have? 5 data we have. In the previous case, we had 4. In this case, we have 5. And please again remember, you must follow one rule, that is first instrument station must be near to the Not necessarily be. You must follow that. But it is better if you follow. Your work will be simple and convenient, isn't it? That is the first instrument station. This is the second instrument station. This is alpha 1 and this is alpha 2. Understood? Now if you come to the see in the previous case. Now please remember this. D is equal to what is D? B tan alpha 2 divided by tan alpha 1 minus tan alpha 2. Okay. Then next what we should do? What is the procedure we should follow in this case? Now what is happening now? Now we have made some arrangement here. Now the line of sight is shifted, moved, extended to the lower level line of sight. Isn't it? The line of sight is moved to. Now this is alpha 2 and what is this? This is alpha 2 and this is also alpha 2. Isn't it? Now consider this triangle. Consider this triangle. The triangle. Now this is the consider the triangle. That is now this triangle. Consider this triangle. By considering this triangle. Now what is this? This is how much? S is equal to how much? S is equal to. Do we have the data? Do we have? Do we have the data? Data measured, isn't it? S1 minus S2 minus the difference between the staff reading is yes, isn't it? And do you have this data also? Alpha 2. This is also alpha 2. This is also alpha 2. Now consider this triangle. Consider this triangle. Considering this triangle, are we able to calculate the B dash to B2 from here to here? Can we calculate it? We have the data. Yes, we know. And also the angle we know. Can we ever be able to calculate this? So that becomes yes, cot alpha 2. This becomes yes, cot alpha 2. Isn't it? What happens? After considering this triangle, consider this triangle and simplify this, the distance from here to here, not distance, this distance. It becomes cot alpha 2, cot alpha 2. It becomes cot alpha 2. Then we will see next what is going to happen. Okay, cot alpha 2. This is now cot alpha 2. Now from here to here it is cot alpha 2. Yeah. See now, the first situation, second situation, and this is the third situation. The first situation, both the instrument axes are at the same level. In the second situation, this is at the lower level, and in the third case, understood? Now, therefore, we must make some construction here. Now, if we make the line of sight, that is H1 or H1, this is H1 is above the instrument axis, first instrument axis. H2 is the height of the instrument, height of the object above the instrument axis. 2, instrument station 2, isn't it? So therefore, now you just extend this and find out. Now consider the triangle. Now this triangle. The triangle 1. Now from here to here, the triangle. That is Q, A, Q dash. Consider this triangle and find out H1. H1 is equal to how much? H1 is equal to what's happening now here. How much you are going to get it? D tan alpha 1. Simple problem. Our problem is solved. Then we come to the, now again we will consider the second triangle. This is from here to here. Don't consider this triangle. Don't consider this triangle. Consider this triangle from here to here. From here to here. Consider this triangle. That is from Q to Q, V1 and Q dash. Second triangle. Now in the second triangle, now H1 is equal to how much now? Anybody can say? Now this is the triangle. Please remember, this is the triangle. The first triangle is from here to here. Q, A, Q dash. H1 is equal to D tan alpha 1. If you consider this triangle from here to here, if you consider this triangle, H1 is equal to B, D, B plus D. That is wrong. Now we are considering this triangle now. Now from here to here, Q, V1, Q dash. Now, see, by considering this triangle, you have calculated this distance. This distance is equal to how much? Yes? Yes, cot alpha 2. Yes, cot alpha 2. Yes, cot alpha 2. So, the yes is this. So, this is equal to, this distance becomes yes, cot alpha 2. You just apply the simple triangle formula. That is sin theta, cos theta, and transform, cross multiplication, we will get yes, cos theta. Now, what is the distance from here to here? What is the distance? That is B1 to Q. D plus B plus, isn't it? Yes, cot alpha 2. Yes, do you have the value for S? Do you have the value? Yeah, S1 minus, isn't it? Yes, we have. Alpha 2, we have, do you have the value? Then our problem is B is also, do you have the data of B? Isn't it? Data B have measured, no? We have installed, no? Therefore, B known, that is S is known, and alpha 2 is also known. Isn't it? Now please tell me, if you considering this triangle, H1 is equal to D tan alpha 1. Considering this, by considering this triangle, H1 is equal to D plus B plus, isn't it? Now in this case, D remains same in all the cases, no? D will be same. Here also same D. Here also same. Now here B remains. Now B. Now here B. What happens here B? What happens here B? B increases. B plus S cot alpha 2. Isn't it? S cot alpha 2. Now see the first equation. The equation what? The first equation. See now, for this case, D is equal to this much. Now suppose if the difference in the instrument axis, now this B becomes how much now? B becomes how much? B plus S cot alpha 2. B plus S cot alpha 2. The whole thing multiplied by tan alpha 2. Isn't it? No, this B is extended here there. B is extended. So where is that? No. Here the B is increased by. No, why we are doing all this experiment exercise? So because now to equate, so H1. H1 is equal to, considering this triangle, H1 is equal to D tan alpha 1. Considering this triangle, now this is D plus B into D plus B plus, yes, cot alpha 2, isn't it? Now therefore, now again H1 is equal to, now equal to H1 in both the cases, then our problem is solved. We can find out the D, isn't it? Once you get the D, then we can calculate the H1 or H2, whatever you want. Okay? Then similarly, now if you consider this triangle, another case, that is case 3. Now please remember here, case 1, both the instrument axes are same level, isn't it? Now here, case 2, nearest instrument station is lower, isn't it? Lower when compared to the farthest instrument axis. Now if you come to case 3, what happening here? Case 3, nearest is higher. Nearest instrument station axis is higher, isn't it? Now therefore, in the similar manner, in the similar style. Now this is consider this triangle, that is H1 or HA, isn't it? H1 or HA. Now this is, isn't it? H1 is equal to D tan alpha 1. H1 is equal to HA is equal to D tan alpha 1. Now similarly, now here, now let us consider this triangle. Consider this triangle. Considering this triangle, then calculate this distance. This distance becomes how much? The distance becomes, now this is, I have written here S, H. Now let us take this as S. S is what? S is equal to difference in stop reading. S is equal to difference in stop reading. Therefore, it is yes, isn't it? Now, therefore, now please tell me what is this distance? Now, by considering this triangle, isn't it? Consider the triangle and calculate this B dash C. To calculate the B dash C, now that becomes H cot alpha 2. This distance becomes H cot alpha 2. Therefore, now consider this triangle. Now, earlier we have considered this triangle, H1. Now here, now this is, now consider this triangle. To consider this triangle, H1 becomes how much now? D plus B, D plus B, isn't it? D plus B. Now B becomes how much now? B is reduced, isn't it? The B length is reduced by how much? Got it? Understood? Now there are 3 cases. In 3 cases, now if you understand this, now you can very easily we can solve the problem, isn't it? Now very simple analysis, very simple trigonometrical function. Now you are just by understanding this. Now very simple. Now we can calculate it, isn't it? Now see. Now this is the both the axes are similar. Here the nearest axis is above, lower, and here near instrument axis is above. Now in this case, now this distance becomes more, B becomes more. Now here B becomes, in this case B becomes less. Now therefore, now if we apply this, now very easily we can solve any kind of problems. Now it is almost, now this is the theory part. Now if you understand this, if you just go through this once again and please try to understand this, then we can solve any kind of problems, isn't it? The one is the determining the elevation and distance, the elevation of the given object when the base of the object is accessible. In the second case, Base of, we are not able to reach the base. Base of the object is not accessible, isn't it? Right? In not accessible, there are three situations. There are three situations in the second situation. Now, both the instrument axes are at the same level. Instrument axis is below, one is above in some, and in another case, one is up the other, and reverse, vice versa. Isn't it? So therefore, now if you understand this simple trigonometrical function, we can solve the problem. Now let us see in the next class, we'll solve some few problems, and also let us understand the one more that is double plane method. Now we have understood the single plane method. Now we will understand the double plane method in the next class. Thank you very much for all the participants. Thank you so much.